I've been everywhere in the house trying to make this video. Y'all know I've been studying on some makeup, so I got shadows casted on me. I'm like, I can't be sitting here with these shadows on me in this room, but you know, it don't matter because really it's the words. It's not the shadows. And then I went in the bathroom and I was scared to wake up my son. He's in the crib. Then I went in the other bathroom and you can see the toilet. I'm like, oh, people want to see the toilet. Listen. Okay, so here's the word. I was driving today to get the kids from school and I started thinking about everything that's happened this year. Like, just so much stuff, really, that God has just done in my life. I mean, if you'd known me a year ago, He's done a lot. And I started thinking about, these things that have come to pass. And He started like talking to me and kind of showing me that, really it was honestly when I gave up worrying about what people thought about me that everything started dinging. And so I was thinking that I was also thinking, how the things that I've done this year, last year I wouldn't have done because I would have been worried about what people thought about me or what they would say. And as I was kind of talking all this out in my mind, I told God, I was like, I bet people this year that know me, from last year, think that I have lost my mind. And He spoke to my spirit and said, you have. And I'm like, and He, of course, God, you just be quiet. He'll keep on. He said, Christina, you lost your mind. And now you're focused on my mind. And it was such a dang revelation. I'm telling you, it was such a revelation because I started thinking about how all the things that I've actually done this year that normally, for example, this. I would have done my hair purple last year. I sure wouldn't have gotten a video camera with my hair in plastic wrap. But, I didn't even let that come into my mind. And one time it was like, I bet people think that you think you're trying to be a teenager. And automatically, I didn't even entertain the thought. I'm just like, I wouldn't even let myself entertain it. The same thing with some changes I've made, changes in churches and changes in jobs and everything that, what do people think about me? But I hadn't let that happen. So as He was kind of revealing that to me, He was kind of saying, you've lost your mind. I was like, God, that's really cool. That's a really cool message. That's going to be a cool testimony one day once I get, past a lot of stuff. And He's like, no, it's not for one day. It's for right now. You need to go tell people right now because He started showing me. Okay, like spiritual realm is like real. It's like huge. He started showing me all these things that people want to do, but they're so scared of what people think about them. He started showing me men that are being called to step out for Him, but are scared of what their friends would think. They're the manly man, They're the man that takes care of business. What would their friends think if they started loving God and loving people? Truly loving people, like humbling their pride and loving people. He started showing me people want to change jobs, but they're so scared of what other people will think that they just stay in that right position. He showed me that there's moms that have visions of helping other moms in ministry, but what will people think? Will they think I'm trying to be a preacher status? Women's not supposed to be preachers. And so he's showing me these things. And as he's showing me, I know that there's people on the video that He's going to be speaking to. Like, as I'm driving, I'm like bawling, crying to Him, thinking about some things also that He told me to do that I did in obedience that has unlocked complete doors that would never been unlocked. That's for another video, another time. I'll do that later, but that was good too, what He was showing me, because I was just crying my eyes out. But He was showing me, like I said, that there are people that want to step out. There are people right now watching this video that God's been telling you to do something, but you're so scared of what your friends will think, what your friends that know you. There are people right now that are going out every single week into the club. They're partying and drinking, and they want to know God better. They do. They want to, but they're so scared of what their club buddies will think. They'll think, they're scared, oh, she's a holy roller now, or oh, he done got in church. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I know somebody's on here. I'm telling you, I know it like I know it like I know it. And I'm going to tell you right now that if God had not changed my heart and I had not walked with him to stop caring what anybody thinks, I would not be close to him. I would not be close to him right now because I lived in such fear of man. I was so addicted to approval from man. Not man like man, boy, girl. I'm talking about like man, like people, women, friends, men. It don't matter. So worried about what they thought. And I was thinking, okay, because I have messages. How do you get past that? How do you get past that? Honestly, I just got so wrapped up in God. And here's what he also showed me. He showed me how that when we need to hear from God, this is what I had to do a couple weeks ago. We need to hear from God. We got to shut everything down, okay? We got to shut everything down, like shut social media down, shut down just life, kind of, period, and just get before him on your face and get before him and let him reveal it to you. And I believe if you do that, then he will. And here's what else he showed me. He said, don't argue back with the devil. That's where Eve messed up. She should have never argued back. See, when the thoughts come in my mind that, Christina, people are going to think that you're trying to be too young with your purple hair, I ain't arguing back with that devil. Because here's the thing. What me thinking that people are thinking about, nobody's actually said that to my face. Half the stuff we worry about, thinking that people are talking about us, nobody has said that to our face. We say, I bet she's saying this. I bet he thinks this. Nobody said it to our face. So it's just a chatterbox, right? It's just the devil. And it's like, do, 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 do. And Eve tried to argue back and God showed, don't argue. Don't argue. Just focus on him. And he'll show you what it is that you have been holding back, worrying what people think about you. He'll show you. Because I'm going to tell you, he has a purpose and a plan. And if we are addicted to man's approval, we will never walk out that purpose and plan with him. We will not walk out that purpose and plan. A lot of people think they got life made. Oh, they're so happy and joyful and full of life and, got money and got nice things and all, but they're not walking in their purpose. They don't have the joy of the Lord because it's not about money and things and status and friendships. It's about him and his purpose for you, which is the only thing that will fulfill you. He is the only thing that will fulfill you. Him. All him and doing his will. Okay. All right. That's it. I better go wash my color out before it gets all over the place. I wear my husband's shirt under my color now. He don't like that, but I'll mess up my shirt. I love y'all. I love y'all.